welcome to Level Up Your Life with Coach Heather, the podcast where we break through limiting beliefs, embrace movement, mindset, and adventure, and live the joyful, purpose-driven lives that we were meant for. Today, we're diving deep into something that affects every single one of us. The invisible script we've been handed in life. Maybe it came from our parents, teachers, society, or even ourselves. But it's time to ask, is this script really who I am? Or is it holding me back from the person that God designed me to be? If you've ever felt stuck, small, or unsure of who you really are, this episode is for you. We are going to talk about how to recognize the stories that no longer serve us, how to let them go, and how to boldly step into our true identity. So let's get into it. So, we were given scripts, right? From the moment we were born, society starts handing us scripts. Good girls are quiet and obedient. Strong men don't cry. You'll never amount to anything, just like your father. Be selfless. Always put others first. Or keep your mouth closed and keep your legs closed. These scripts can be subtle or they can be loud, but they shape how we see ourselves and how we see the world. They create invisible walls around us, limiting what we believe is possible. The problem? These scripts don't account for who we truly are. They ignore the beautiful complexity that God wove into each one of us. Our unique personalities, emotions, dreams, and desires. Science backs this up. Psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck, in her book Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, explains how fixed mindsets, beliefs we absorbed from childhood, can lock us into patterns of self-doubt and fear. These scripts can become self-fulfilling prophecies if we don't challenge them. But here's the truth. You were not created to live in a box. Living in this box, living by a set of rules and a script for life that someone else gave us, can lead to anxiety, depression, feelings of low self-worth, fear of failure, fear of success, feeling stuck, people-pleasing, burnout, maybe even feeling directionless. And worst of all, it keeps us from fulfilling our God-given purpose. In the Gifts of Imperfection, Brené Brown talks about how living inauthentically disconnects us from joy and disconnects us from belonging. When we're constantly trying to fit into molds that were never made for us. But let me tell you, God did not create you to live by someone else's expectations. Psalms 139:14 says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. That means you and all your quirks, emotions, idiosyncrasies, dreams, and desires were made with divine intention. So how do we break free from these scripts? Let's walk through some steps together. First, let's identify the script. Grab a journal and write down these beliefs you've been carrying. Like, I have to be perfect to be loved. Or, I can't pursue art because it's not practical. Or maybe I'm not athletic, so why bother working out? Where did these beliefs come from? A parent, a teacher, society, an auntie, a past experience? Recognizing the source is the first step to letting it go. Step 2, question if this is the truth. Ask yourself, is this an actual fact? You're never going to amount to anything. You're dumb. That's not a fact. That's someone else's belief or perception. Or maybe you'll never find a man if you're too successful. Is that a fact? No, of course not. So most of the time, these beliefs don't stand up to scrutiny. So let's replace these scripts with the truth and rewrite it. So this might look like, I am worthy of love exactly as I am. Or I can build a life around doing what I love. Or maybe my body was made to move and I can find joy in that. Romans 12:2 says, do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Let that truth sink in and start taking small actions that align with your new identity. If you believe you're creative, pick up a paintbrush. If you believe you're strong, start doing fitness or lifting weights or sign up for a class. James Clear in Atomic Habits emphasizes the power of small habits in creating lasting change. When we take small actions that align with our new identity, we begin to embody it. Surround yourself with support. It's hard to change in isolation, but it can be done. David Goggins is proof of that. But if you can, find people who will support your growth. Friends, mentors, or communities like ours. You were made for more. Here's what I want you to know. You were never meant to live by someone else's script, someone else's story, or someone else's mold. You were meant to live by your own and by the God who created you. Psalms 37:4 says, delight yourself in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart. Not the desires that society forced on you, the ones in your heart. It's okay to have dreams. It's okay to want more. It's okay to step out of the box and become the person that you were meant to be. So here's some action steps to take for this week. Let's take this inspiration and move it to action. So number 1, journal prompt. Let's write down 3 beliefs about yourself that you feel are limiting and identify where they came from. Then let's replace each belief with a new truth and speak it aloud every day. Like, I am capable. I am worthy. I am allowed to want more. It's okay if I have feelings and express them. It's okay to be creative. It's okay to speak up. Take one bold step this week that aligns with your true self. Like maybe sign up for a class, wear the outfit you love, speak up in that meeting, ask for a raise, take one step into fulfilling your dream, like write 1 page of that book. Just do one thing that moves you closer, even if it's just research. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to grow. And please, you are allowed to break the mold. You are not who someone else said you should be. You are who God designed you to be. Bold, brilliant, and full of purpose. It's time to rewrite your script and live the life that you were created for. I'm here with you every step of the way. And I want you to keep shining, keep moving, and keep leveling up with so much love from me to you. And if today's episode spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And if you're ready to dive deeper, join me over at CoachHeatherOwens.com for more resources on fitness, mindset, and adventure to help you level up your life. See you soon. And remember, you are amazing.
Could see that you're good enough. Talk to